I come this close to being homeless. This close. Because I was living with a friend. She would charge me for outrageous amount of gas money, complaining about how it's wear and tear on her car. I went through a lot over there. And I was paying her for her to take me to Marysville, to the Restore, to my appointments and stuff, to get into the Army Village.
I was almost homeless there for a minute. I lived in Marysville for like 16 years over on Sweezy in East Marysville, and the guy that I lived with, he passed away. He died from cancer. He was a good guy. He had his moments, and he was disabled. He was cool. He gave me a chance when I had nothing. You gotta make big times of rent, and you gotta have good credit, and I didn't have any of that. It was just me. I had nowhere else to go, and I went with them to the Salvation Army over there by the old Fremont Hospital, and I saw on a paper it said Buddy's house, so I ended up going to Buddy's house for like 9 months.
I had rules that she had to follow, and she didn't want to follow them. That was about a year ago. And then she calls me and tells me I couldn't come back. I ran out of money and she didn't want nothing to do with me anymore. I was crying, upset, scared, as I felt lost. I felt lost, and I didn't know what I was going to do on the street, because I've never been on the street before in my life, and that was very scary for me.
When I was at the Buddy house, I was around a lot of recovering alcoholics and drug addicts, and it was just one big issue after another. The Buddy house, you don't get your own privacy. I don't mean to knock them. I mean, they're doing a good thing for people, and I respect that. But I needed to do something different. I saw a thing at Habitat for Harmony Village, and there was like 200 something people at the time that had applications in, and I guess I met their requirements, and I put my application in. It was like back in like a January. It's back in like 2021. I didn't get into the Harmony Village till about August 2nd of 2021. Patty knew that I was a good candidate for Harmony Village. She was managing the place at that time, and gave me a shot. I got a phone call from her one day asking if I'm still interested, and yeah.
How'd you first hear about Habitat?
Brian. About a few months, I get a friend request on Facebook, and it was Brian. We started talking and back and forth, and I started working for a person with IHSS services, and then he met me at my job.
I would go visit Gina, me and Buddy thing, and I knew Gina wasn't happy. I could tell by a little bit. Every time I go see her, she wasn't happy. She was having problems over in Oroville. I was texting her. We talked all the time on text, and I wanted to know that Gina would be homeless. I told her, I said, hey, you need to make a choice. Nobody can force you to stay where you don't want to be. So she decided she would pay $90 for a cab, pack her bags with stuff she can get, and I held on to her stuff. Patty helped me get her on the lease. We did another lease.
I went to the Hope Center.
The Hope Center? The Hands of Hope?
Yeah, Hands of Hope. They put my paperwork through for Harmony Village. I got set up with a case manager. It was very quick, and I was surprised because it takes a while for other people to get in. But in my situation, it was an emergency.
I was happy, lonely, really lonely. I didn't know a lot of people. I kept to myself for the first couple weeks. I liked being there. I liked doing the group activities. They let me have my little dog. The rent was cheap, $350, and then it went to $375, and then I got her on the lease.
The people there were nice. The cameras made you feel safe. There's a pool and a spa and a clubhouse where we can do stuff, arts and crafts stuff in.
Our little dog was so happy when the first night when she got there, screaming and hollering, excited. I mean, Harmony Village is not a bad place. A lot of people in the community think that it's a bad place. I understand what their program's about. They're trying to get people off the street and get them into a place. They've really helped me out a lot, and they've done a lot. I didn't know I'd be with them this long, but I'm happy I'll stay here.
It's hard to express it.
Happiness, having a roof over your head.
It's stability.
Being thankful for what you have.
Focusing on myself.
I know people are going to be seeing this, and I want them to understand that this is not a bad organization. They wouldn't be around if it was.
I just wanted to thank Habitat for blessing us with this place.
I went and talked over at the Reese store, and they told me that about this place going to be opening up. And from what Haley's told me was that, hold up a second, I got a couple over there that can get into this place. They don't have to interview for it. They're going to get one because in the whole 2.5 years I was at Harmony Village, not one write-up.
That was a blessing.
So we came over here with some friends of ours, Fonda and Paul, and we looked at the place. And we were happy. They gave us the key. We signed a lease. Rhonda went over the rules with us at Harmony Village.
For here.
Yeah, for here. A couple days later, we were able to move in. It felt good. It felt good, like we made it.
I started crying. I was so happy.
And we got everything's brand new. The whole unit. We've
never had anything like brand new.
Oh, we got a bedroom, a kitchen now, and a good-sized bath. Clean water to drink.
Yeah.
Bathtub, shower, of course. He got a backyard. He don't know what to do with himself.
Something that we haven't had.
Yeah. Like I said earlier, Habitat's a good organization. They really care about people. They're trying to help us find a bed and stuff. They wrote down a bunch of things that we need on a piece of paper, and I want to thank Patty for giving me that phone call that day and giving me my shot, and I want to thank Karen, and I want to thank Rhonda, you, Amber, John Nicoletti. I don't know a lot of the people's names. There's Carl at the restore. He's a clown. I gotta thank him. and Cammy, and Russ, and his wife Tracy, and Cindy Lane. We're just thankful to be in a 2-bedroom house, and we will never do nothing to get ourselves in trouble or kicked out of here. We've been through too much. Just to throw it all away, and we are happy. I hope it opens up people's eyes to how good this organization is, and anywhere you go, like Harmony Village or Prosperity even, there is going to be a few issues. It's called life. Gotta suck it up, buttercup, and just do the best you can. Habitat's a good organization. They're a big organization. I didn't realize that they're all over the United States. Yeah. Until I read up on it. started out as a family of 5 people, and they kept getting more people involved, and then now they're all over the world. They're branching out now, and they're always trying to take on more properties, which is cool. But there's one thing that bothers me about the people that are against this organization, and they need to understand that not everybody chooses to be homeless. Yeah, people, sometimes people fall on hardships. I mean, I've seen what the prices are in the store. I've seen how high rents are, but I just want people to understand that Habitat is a good organization and they won't steer anybody wrong. And I thank you guys from all my heart for helping me.
Me too.
If you could go back to that year before where you were at risk of being homeless and talk to your past self, what would you say to her?
Wow, I thought to myself that I've come a long way.